Welcome to the final part of PinesQuest. At the very least, these games are short. It's easy enough to put two of them out.
Oh, you didn't want to be playing these games for an hour and a half each?
Well, that's why I didn't do a comprehensive look at every single one like I did with Bionicle. I don't even know if I beat any of the Bionicle Flash games. And some of those fuckers are long. Like, not even for good reasons. Like, Voinui online game is a very grindy game from what I remember. Now, Bionicle turned 20 last year.
Oh. I basically never think about Bionicle anymore because, like, why would I? But one of my coworkers had on some kind of playlist at work the other day, and a Linkin Park same song came on, and I was like, oh, I remember this.
That has nothing to do with Bionicle, but...
Was it not Linkin Park, or was it...
It was All American Rejects.
Oh, it was All American Rejects, that's what it was. The playlist also had Linkin Park, which was also nostalgic for seconds, but... It was definitely, like, I just remember immediately thinking, oh, yep, Bionicle. And then I said that loud, and my coworker didn't know what Bionicle was, and I was like, okay, ignore me.
Listen, Bionicle was popular enough to get resurrected and then cancelled again after a year.
You love to see it.
Well, the people I work with are very basic, and also she's, like, 21. It's not of the age to be big and cool.
Would have been a perfect age for the Glatorian era for the 1 year that lasted before the first era of Bionicle was cancelled.
Bring Bionicle back, honestly.
She could have been the one person who cared about the fourth Bionicle movie.
Didn't know they made a fourth.
It's completely unrelated to the other three, and it's also not very good.
I definitely remember one of them. It was either 2 or 3. I watched like 3 times. I don't know why.
3. It's weak. I think the last time I watched Web of Shadows, I had most of it memorized.
I'm sorry, I can't be as big a Bionicle fan as you.
Listen, every once in a while, I just go down a hole and listen to a bunch of the Cryoshell songs that they wrote for Bionicle.
I mean, I remember when you had the entire SpongeBob movie memorized, so... And you could just like, at will.
That's impressive.
But if I could reanimate it, and then get taken down by Viacom...
Well, let's back up. Unless they removed it again.
I don't know. It is pretty crazy that they're just like, yeah, let's just reanimate. Let's get enough people together to reanimate an entire movie.
Okay, now what episode are these from?
The Gremlins are Boss Mabel.
Oh, okay, that's one I don't rewatch.
Yeah. But what about the Beavers?
What are the Beavers from?
Legend of the Gobblewonka.
Okay, I don't rewatch that one either. There really are only like 7 that I watch over and over again. Halloween, the mermaid one. I only rewatch the finale when I'm in the mood to have my heart broken.
No.
And then there's a couple episodes of season 2 that I'm like, yeah, these are episodes I would never watch again unless I'm doing a full series. Because there's a handful of episodes that just are not very good.
Like what?
Yeah.
Last Mabel Coin is pretty weak.
Oh, I like that one.
Meh. The Dipper stuff with Ford is fine. It's just the Mabel plot I don't think is too interesting.
I just like the unicorns and horrible they are.
Oh, I remember that episode now. Yeah, that one's kinda whatever.
See, I will say that it's slightly overshadowed by the DuckTales reboot having a more overt My Little Pony homage, where they actually got the actors back, and they're even more horrible, so that one's funnier. You should watch DuckTales 2017. It's got a lot of Gravity Falls vibes, and it's also very good.
I haven't watched anything My Little Pony in literally many, many years. Every once in a while, one of the songs, like every once in a while, I'll just go, winter wrap up, for no reason at all. It's stuck in the back of my brain somewhere. How many seasons did that for?
9, I think?
9? Wow, I think I stopped after 2.
And now it's got the next series that takes place in the same universe.
Oh, and they look weird.
Yes.
So what about the universe where they were people? That didn't go over well, huh?
It got 4 movies. And I will say, the Equestria Girls movies did at least get better over time.
Well, that's good.
At the very least, the second and third ones have some good music. See, we'll come back to do a Let's Play of that, the new My Little Pony game that just came out, because for some reason this one managed to get a video game, and the way more successful Friendship is Magic didn't.
I was watching a 2-hour video on bronies the other. Just feels like so long ago that was all a thing.
It's all in the distant past now.
And you remember just how much hatred it got, and then you look at a lot of other internet cultures, and you're like, yeah, we had it pretty good.
Yeah.
Listen, all I'm saying is My Little Pony may be over, but I've had a crush on Fluttershy for the last 11 years. It's not going away. And that's the reason I don't date, is because if I ever... any real girl I date, I'd be like, okay, you're good, but do I love you as much as I love Fluttershy?
Is that the reason? Is that the reason there? That's the only thing stopping you.
I'll be more accurate, that's the reason women don't date me.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, if you have to be obsessed with a fictional horse, Fluttershy's the one to go. You've made a good pick. I will never be one of the Rainbow Dash people.
It's either that or I'm going to be comparing every girl to Mothra, and that's even more of an unwinnable scenario.
You're like I don't even know what to say.
If you're not a moth, don't even speak to me.
That literally sounds like a post on the relationship advice subreddit. It's just like, is this a red flag? My boyfriend says I'm not as good as Mothra.
I think most people would have to agree. It's not something you can win. You will never be as good as Mothra.
Well, they keep not using Mothra well, in my opinion. She's so weak most of the time, it feels like.
Hey, she has one of the best win-loss ratios against Godzilla.
I guess that's good. I guess I was just bummed from watching King of the Monsters, and like, it felt Mothra was so cool, like built up to be really cool. Just like, really didn't get to do anything.
Her son is probably the most powerful monster that's ever been created for the series.
Okay, but that's not her.
I mean, if you listen to the English dubs for the movies, they don't seem to realize there's a difference.
Well, mad respect, but...
Mothra Leo's Wikipedia page is great, because they always have a list of, like, this is all the monster's powers, and his is, like, he was in 3 movies, and he has, like, 20 separate named abilities.
I guess I gotta say, having watched King of the Monsters, I don't really see why Godzilla versus King Kong is even like fight. It's like Batman v Superman to me. It's like in what universe is Batman winning that fight?
I mean, yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
It's like yeah, if you
give
nerf them and put a bunch of really weird parameters in place, like maybe you have a shot, but like Superman could explode Batman in 10 seconds.
Godzilla vs. Kong at least avoids the issue of a lot of other versus movies where a lot of them are too afraid to have a definitive winner. Godzilla vs. Kong does not fall into that.
Well, yeah, too obvious.
Yeah.
I think the monsters should unionize.
The Monster Union.
I can't wait for the Godzilla episode where they're teaching kids about unions. Comes right after the Addition episode.
2 + 2 =, and here's a bargain for your collective rights.
And then King Ghidorah raps about counting again.
The only reason I can pick any of the Godzilla monsters is just from that Godzilla game creepypasta.
Oh yeah, that thing. I'm like vaguely aware of what that
I know
is.
it exists. That's about as...
I'll say
I've
this, I
gotten.
mean, like, all creepypastas are kind of, like, inherently stupid, but I'll say they put a ton of work into putting a bunch of images up, like, creating quote-unquote screenshots from the game, and it's, like, they look really good, so shout out to them for putting the work in.
Yeah,
Shin
it was,
Godzilla
like,
was scary enough.
It was like a fake game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like oh, I was playing Godzilla for the NES, but it was an evil version. And it was haunted or whatever. But the screenshots actually look really good and are kind of creepy, so I like to see it.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the point of the game we're at now, where I need to go to the final area, but my magic is not maxed out, so I just gotta go around shrinking gnomes to level it up.
Can you shrink Seuss?
Like, does the game, like, bar you from, like, going to the final area, or is it, like...
Yeah, because you need an ability to even get over to there.
Oh,
And you're only
okay.
going to get that when both your strength and magic are filled up.
Does it let you shrink Seuss?
Nah, just the monsters.
Aw, what? I guess that's fair. Do they come back once they're shrunk, or is that...
I mean, they'll come back once you leave the screen.
Okay, so you're just grinding.
Yes. You also need the ability you'll get once you max out both your strength and magic in order to get basically all of the bills that are hiding around the game. Which means that you have to wait until the very end, and you have to go scour the map one more time to get everything, which is why I don't bother. So I'm like, I'm right at the end, I'm just gonna go finish the game.
I like that they have a taco power-up. I was thinking that was missing from the last game.
Well, you could pick up chicken legs and pizza.
But not taco. Oh.
It's gotta be the taco, though.
The taco is what I associate most strongly with Rumble. I could be wrong, but that's just what I think of.
I do say I like the usage of Gideon in this game. He's always in areas that are really difficult to get to. Once you finally can, you go over there and he's just like, yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, classic Gideon. Power sandwich. Gets your hands greasy.
Just what every gamer does.
have a bad feeling that this music is going to be stuck in my head for the rest of the night.
There it is, yeah. So the game tells you, like, all right, you've leveled up your amulet, and now you use it to float over pits. When I read that, I feel like, okay, I leveled up my magic, now I have the ability to do that. No, you do actually need both of them for it to work. It just only looks like one. And on my first playthrough, it did take me a very long time to figure this out. I think just because I was in disbelief, like, no, that's not what they would do. I want to read the graves, but there's dangerous enemies here. Let's just get going.
What if you clicked on the graves to read them and it had your name and a date of birth and then a death date as well? How would you feel?
So that's basically the same endgame reveal that Metal Gear Solid 2 had. So we've made it to the final boss. And there's not much to it. You land somewhere and then you just whack him. Most of the time you're not going to be able to avoid his attacks, so just bring a lot of healing items in. Either that or I just don't care. Because I know I've got a lot of healing items.
It's a very riveting boss fight.
I know Halloween monster, but I just keep thinking about the episode of Futurama where they go to the slurm factory. Like, it looks like this thing can make slurm.
Slurm.
I feel it could be a poor idea, though, given that the Summerween Trickster is specifically made up of all the bad candy. I think the Slurm would inherit the taste.
But I guess it depends on what you consider bad candy, because a lot of people hate candy corn, and I will eat that all day.
Absolutely.
Ooh, I can't stand candy corn.
Well, more for me.
You see, that's the advantage to having a sibling, is trading it. Like, yeah, I don't want...
Yeah, like
I don't want Twizzlers.
Twizzlers, and I don't want almond. It works out.
Exactly. See, the Summerween episode went into all of the good having a sibling on Halloween is. They didn't mention that.
Yeah, we didn't do themed costumes together after age like 3. But yeah, we did have the sharing candy energy. Is this final boss?
Yep. It definitely takes more punishment than any top-down Zelda boss. And with that, we've destroyed the game and returned to the real world.
I'm watching this screen, and behind my computer, cat is going completely apeshit on a cat and mouse.
We even get our Where Are They Now segment.
Oh, thank God.
That's
I was
cute.
so scared about the gnomes.
I'm glad all the gnomes are okay.
It's rough.
Listen, the show didn't tell us what everyone was doing once it was over. I'm glad the game's filling in the gaps.
Oh my God, they share a toothbrush? My goodness. Mermando? Classic Stan. Yep, the customers are.
Yep.
Yay. gamers never
Real
take
gamers
showers.
never take showers.
And now that we're back in the real world,
Crypto suckers!
I completely forgot I made that. I completely forgot I made that joke. Damn it! I was supposed to lead into that.
Bill,
Where's
no.
that clip from?
That's from The Simpsons.
Huh.
Bill was in The Simpsons?
Yeah, it was like that one. I showed you everything.
Damn.
I was supposed to say something like, I didn't get all of the Bill messages, but luckily for you, I've included the message it would have said. And that's the clip of Bill saying, buy crypto.
If crypto was a thing when this comic came out, it probably would be in the game.
Bill would try to convince people to invest in crypto. I'll say it's on brand.
But see, what would it be? His face is already on the $1 bill. He's already a part of regular money.
Yeah, he's got to get a hand in both markets.
Maybe regular money is a scam too. I don't know. What do you have to teach us, Bill? I have so much to learn.
Join us next time as we fix my computer, because I think I crashed it permanently making some of those graphics. Did we get that? Save it for the explosions reel.
2K! Cash money! In the car with honey! Travel way too fast! I got water in my glass!